Hello everyone, welcome to the Northern Tarot. My name is Andy. Today I will do the reading for the 16th of May 2022. And this is a general reading, so please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. First of all, I want to say thank you to Kelly Zane who donated for me. And I want to check on everyone to see, did you have a good weekend? Was my predictions all becoming true? Now, first of all, it's about how you celebrating yourself and the people that you love, like family, friends, not really serious about a date. Secondly, about the reunion with someone that you met recently. Kind of like romantically speaking, but not quite an official one. It's like a crush, right? So if it happens to you, then please comment it in the comment box so I know that I was right and share the story with you. Now, the second things I want to say is this is actually related to the reading for tomorrow, which is the 16th of May. Now, the 16th of May, the moon gonna conjunct with Jupiter. And Jupiter is our planet. Now, Jupiter is working on more strongly than ever around this time to help you to grow the inner self. So it's still the period of growing on your awareness, your lessons learned, how to apply it into reality to prove to the universe that you already grown and you learned the lesson, so they don't send you the same lesson again. So make sure you're doing that. The moon is all about intuition, so it asking you to be oversensitive on things. And it's in Jupiter, which is helping you to realize about yourself, the inner self, who you really are, and why you're doing what you're doing, or why you have to going through what you're going through. And also, it will help you to recognize the natures of the connection between you and other people. No, that's the advantage of the energies coming in. So make sure you utilize this to see through people, the connections that you will confuse, or something you're thinking of in your mind at the moment that you want to develop it more or invest it more in the relationship with someone, or the connection with someone. So this is the time for you to kind of like utilize that sensitivity inside you to know where you are heading to. Now, speaking about that, it's related to when you meet someone that you knew before recently, especially over the weekend. This can be a connections that might grow something or be potential or become fruitful in the future with one conditions, and you have to remember this, right? First of all, they came back to test you, to see if you really learned, if you really grown, if you really got something out of all the pains, the experiences that you went through. Now, this is not by them, this is by the universe. They might not know about this, but basically they want to see if you really became mature with your spirituality awareness, spiritual awareness. Now they want to see if you not get hooked and jumped into someone or some connection, some sort of crazy illusionary inventions of yourself about the connection with someone. Now, if you able to say no, if you know how to give it time, if you know how to play along to see what it is all about, congratulations to anyone that able to do that, because that show that you graduated from your own experiences. Now, if you haven't done it, right, there's a big possibility that this person will be removed again So you will feel like why they ghosted you, why they're not, interested, why they playing this kind of mind game again. So if it happens, then you understand why it would be that way. So about tomorrow, let's talk about the moon and the Jupiters. When they conjunct, they help you to also to grow some your inner self and recognize things about yourself and connection with people. But be careful, because it's gonna be very, very put you in the mood of not the mood, put you in the stage of being oversensitive. That means that you gonna feel quite, getting out of that grounding stage. When you see people comes and go and still don't understand why people comes and go, now then you have to think about what I said. Because if you don't apply what you learned, right, the people will be removed. That is not their intention. Even that's their intention, then they didn't know why they wanted to do it. So don't cling on any words or any behaviors of anyone and overthink and overanalyze it, because it's gonna be illusionary. That's what the moon gonna do to you. So please think about the reading I did yesterday, and also the oracle message number 2 about how to ground yourself, because you have to do that until this moon effect is over, and then there will be a new energies coming in, or a new functions of blessings coming in, and by that time I can reveal more, so we will know what to do next. But for now, just enjoy yourself, because when you enjoy yourself and you don't really put your own enforcement of thoughts onto things, you will see things moving the way you want. You will see why you were heading to the star, which is the wish granted, the wish fulfillment. So good luck, everyone. Let's go to the tarot now to see what the cards say. Okay, so as usual, we will check with the oracle card to see what is the guidelines for Sagittarius, 16th of May 2022. Okay, the first... Oh, hang on, guys. I forgot to light my candles. Okay, candles. Okay, so the first card we have Dream, Manifestation, Plan, B. This is actually the moon card to me. So if you see the portal is behind you, but you are dreamy, you're busy to kind of like, it is kind of like self-indulgent. It's like you're living in your own dream. So it's actually asking you to be dreamy, because the moon is in here, because the intuition trying to guide you. But make sure that you dream something that serves your manifestations of what you are really looking for, practical solutions of what you're doing. Don't getting carried away because of some sorts of new picture or visions from someone, because when you do that, especially with a new connection, you accidentally misguide your own manifestation to that direction, which is not the right way to do. You have to stick to your plan, what you really need to solve now, your situation, or else you will mess up the manifesting. So they ask you to be more brave, what the result and the outcome of what you want it to look like. Dream bigger, but loyal to the goal and the purpose that you wanted. If you want to settle down the battle with someone, then more precise of the outcome of how much you want of things out of that. Or if you're looking for a relationship, for example, if you met someone recently and they kind of like stick all the boxes, they ask you to dream more, to manifest more of someone got the things like that, but even giving you extra values of what you want. And it has to be how I say, practical. The practicality here means you have to be aware of what is your values, and you manifest someone who share the same values, someone who share the same goals, and someone who ready to join the journey or the course of your destiny. And that is what they're asking for. So don't just wish, because a lot of time people just say, oh, I wish I had someone like that. Now, what do you mean by you wish to have someone like that? What the person has to contribute to what you need to do. You have to ask yourself that. And what is your values, what you have to give to the person if they join you? You have to really, really precise of what you want to allow things happen faster, or else you will confuse the universe. They don't know what they want, so they will have to send you one by one, starting with the old samples of things, of people, to see if you really learn something, if you understand what I mean. So it can be complicated process, but it can be quite easy if you understand the natures of what you're doing, especially when it comes to your mind, because everything starts with the mind, including the money, the luck. If you think it the right way, you indicate the universe the right approach, you will get things very fast and even more than what you expected. Now with the second card, we have the Oak. Number one, doorway strength journey, no doubt, because I'm feeling like you are turning your life around with this. So you're ready to start a new journey. So if anyone's still feeling stuck a little bit, remember, it's all in your mind. Now, if you release things by understanding what is what, why you stuck, if anyone make you stuck, or if that's you, yourself only, if you can answer all these questions, and the easiest way is to watch my video every day, because this is the steps, the spirits, the divine plans want you to know, to understand, so you can shorten your time of suffering and feeling lost, don't know what to do. So this is the meaning of it. But it's all about, see, these two cards, when they go together, it's asking you that the dreamy moment is actually a good step for you to start to sit down and figure out and visualize about your dreams with more details, with more colors, with more pictures, with more visuals. So it's like it's a time you revise the whole plan, the master plan in your imaginations, to make it more full, more visualized, that other people can actually share with you, can see it, can share with you, can understand what you want. So you can start to unlock that power of your dream and manifestations, to open the new portal. Okay, so with the tarot card, let's see what we have. First one we have the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands here, it's for me, it's like you finally know at which point or at which state of your journey you need to stand up for yourself and start to show people who you truly are. So it's kind of like awakening, self-awakening. Now, how many times you think you went through awakenings? Because a lot of people are confused about awakenings. Because, you know, like they all say, oh, I went through awakening. Now, you have a small awakening, which is a self-realizations. And you have the spiritual awakening, which is a major, a milestone of, you know, turning point of your life. So, so this is like a self-awakening. It's a small awakening. It's not a major milestone. But you need all these small awakening to build up until you finally awaken at one. And how you know it's a major one, I will talk another time. Depends on the context of the cards. When it comes out, I will explain because I knew all of this. Okay, so the challenge we have. Let's see what we have. If you're awakening, and the challenge should be something to do with yourself, death, that's what I'm talking about. So how you use that awakening, the self-realizations to transform, or more exactly, to pass the test, which I was talking in the introduction. The people from the past coming back, it's a test from the universe. And it's a small test, and it's not some test to fail you. To see that if you deserve something, even deserve that person, that connection. Doesn't matter what they're gonna give you, because rule number one is, you know, you have to loyal to what you learn, to your goal. So you will allow yourself to do what you think. Because if you're not self-aware of those things, doesn't matter how many things you learned, you will never apply it into reality. Now, if we learn something and we don't apply it, so what's the point that we learn things? Why we have to pay the prices? It doesn't. Now, if you cannot make sense of things yourself, you will never make sense of your own life. And if you don't make sense of your own life, you will never reach to that success, to that you know, the star, the wish granted, the wish fulfillment moment. So how to apply things you learn to allow you to move forward with the Queen of Wands. Now, this is your energies over the weekend and until tomorrow. You start to feel the result of when you raise your awareness of things, of your life, of yourself, of all the connections that you've been dealing with, or the situations, the workplace, doesn't matter, but I'm talking about the energy. You start to find that, you know, once upon a time, you were a king or queen, you were the flame, you were the spotlight, and you start to feel it again. So that is the energies, and the energy is actually pretty good. In the recent past, you have a 10 of Wands. That's what I was talking about. So you realize that you carry things for too long, for so far, without knowing what you were doing. And finally, you drop that blockage. It's like the blockage of the energies that allow you to shine. So you decided to stop that stupidity of yourself, because you realize that you You thought you've done the right thing because there are people involved, the other influences of people around you, but then you realize that it wasn't for anyone. So that's the moment of realizations that you went through recently, and that is the good thing because you are going up right now. The Queen of Cups, you start to think about how to apply the right investment toward people. And people can be anyone, you know, friends, families, soulmates, even, you know, people you like at work, for example. You start to kind of like revise yourself, which is the right way to do it, a smart way. So you don't have to kind of like also live with the fear, or will I do the right thing or not? Should I do it or not? So you try to figure out what is the smart way of recognizing, of seeing through a connection. So that is the Queen of Cups is about. So you gain the balance between the cups and the wands. So you kind of like you're fighting yourself back to the balance. So it's like a temperance energy here. Now what coming toward you is the Five of Pentacles. With the Five of Pentacles here, you realize that you only have yourself to blame, and then you will want to take actions on what caused you in the hardship, and kind of like you feel the short of material. It's like you were held back because of that fear. If you leaving the situation, it would leave you short of money or finance. But finally, you realize something because you gain the balance here between the Queen of Cups and Queen of Wands, and you decided to leave it. Now, this number 10 here is about a spiritual drop. So you decided to drop your kind of your own thinkings about why you just keep yourself, hold yourself back to make yourself feel stuck, why there was no one around you actually encourages you to do that, and you drop that spiritual connection because spiritually speaking, you come to self-awareness and realization, and you know why you should drop the old death way of thinking. That allows you to drop the material excuses in the 3D world. Now you see, it makes sense. It's all start with the mind. When you can get through with your mind, you see through things, you know how to act. That is the logic of this reading. And also the changes is about to come, a big changes about to come. Now let's see which one is this. Number 1, the Ace of Cups. You see, so your soulmate connection is coming in. But as I say, don't jump in conclusion, because you have to let the divine to unfold the truth itself. Because when you do it, it shows that you understand the process, you grown. And then you will see why the Ace of Cups is like the true love is gonna knocking your door. Don't enforce anything at the moment, because it's kind of like because it's close to the portal time that you need to jump, take a leap of faith. So the faster you understand things and you do, as an advisor I'm providing every day, the faster you see the result, and it's gonna be awesome. I can promise you that. Now the next one we have the Devil. As I say, There's still some sort of tests and challenges deep down, the dark things inside of someone or some connections, or if it's not, then it's in you. There's something about you that you need to overcome. So there's a reminder here. So we will clarify this to understand what is the reminder that we need to take note of. Okay, so let's see. I have the feeling someone watching you at the moment to see if you really pass through the test. Probably the devils, you know, spiritually speaking, because you have the spirits, the angels is from the light side, and you have the devils is on the dark side, which is the Hades and Hades peoples. That kind of sense. So it's not quite an actual things in the 3D world that I feel here. This is from the sky. But you can believe me, if it's the case, they will send the real people to test you again. So let's see, the next one is the Page of Wands. That is what you're trying to do at the moment. You want to renovate yourself, you want to change things, you want to open the new chapter, turn the page of the new chapter. But unfortunately, you have to go through this step first, which is figuring out all the connections through your intuition. Which one is the right connection? Or if it's right connection, then what is the best way to unfold it? So it can be complicated if you really think of the technique, because the technique is all connected to your mind. You don't have to take action yet, because it's not the time to take action. But the mind will indicate the sky, the spirits, the divine, that you're ready. So they want to see if you're ready or not. The outcome is the Three of Swords. It's just the realizations of, you know, if you remember, I say the challenge words is how you recognize the nature of people around you, because that's why the moon is in Jupiter, to help you doing it. And you might be oversensitive when you understand why people left you, or understand the natures of why people comes and go, why they do things like mind game things, why they are so psychopath. Everything has the answer, and I will clarify the Three of Swords and get the answer. Okay, first of all, in this reading, I want to clarify the Seven of Wands first, to see what you realize now. I have the feeling that you realize the devil forces, the things that stop you from growing and from transforming. The Seven of Wands, we have the Two of Pentacles. So you know why you have to stop, you know, procrastinate and delay yourself from taking action. But the Death is here to change. So why the Death is here? The Four of Wands. So it's a transformations of your, it's like the soulmate connections. But this is some I have a feeling this is like the devil who comes. This is the devil who comes to test you if you can recognize this. Is it a real soulmate or not? So they will play nice, they will play that I understand you now. That's why I advise you not to take any offer, not take any actions, not even assume that this is gonna be the case. Just leave it. Don't really have to care. If you want to enjoy the time with the person, feel free. Because, you know, when you're able to play with the devil energy, you become the master and you will scare them off. And that's what is Sagittarius about. You want to make people bow to you, that you don't want to be scared or have to feel scared. It's just because they're from the devil forces. Because in this 3D world, they are still human. They are still just like you. It's only different is you being guided by the light and they guided by the dark. That's all. So that is a challenge. So I have a feeling that there's a connections, looks like a foundations, or there's a potential to be a soulmate or something a long terms, but I am afraid because this card is in reverse position. I don't read reverse, but I can see it reversed. I can see the energy is deceptive here. So now let's come to the devil to see if I'm right. There's someone, if I'm right, it's gonna be something like a King of Cups or a Nine of Cups. It's a Four of Cups. This person, right, is someone appears like the twin flame, the soulmate, whatever, and they want to offer you something, but not quite clear about what they say. That's why you have to be very careful when you hear something, because they offer you something, it looks like emotional offering, but it wasn't, because did they actually say it? Did they actually, how I say, detailized what they offer? I bet with you they didn't. They just do things or say things in a way that you feeling like this is it. This is about love, emotional, but it wasn't. So be careful, because this is very sophisticated, and this is actually the test. Like I say in the introduction, they wanted to see if you really learn, if you really become smart now. Okay, I want to clarify the Ace of Cups to see what's coming in. This is very complicated reading, because it's so confusing. Because the only one connection here so far, now with the Ace of Cups, it's the Justice. It looks like that they want you to release this soulmate connection. So it can be potentially a soulmate connection, like I say at the beginning. But you need to know how to treat it. Like, you cannot just jump in and conclude something right away, especially when the people still under Hades' control. To offer you something, it feels like manipulation and misled offer. It's not a direct, straightforward offer. So now how you solve this to unleash the connection, because this might be the real connection, can potentially become something. But don't worry, because if you choose not to recognize this as a soulmate connection, you will meet the next one in the new land. That's the thing. So there's no need to hurry. That is my advice. Now I want to see the outcome of this, the Three of Swords. What you learn from this? What is the advice? It's the Ten of Pentacles. It's coming to, it indicates that it's coming to an end of the conflict period between you and someone. Especially if they were a soulmate, but they were under the spell. It's not applied to everyone, remember. But I can see a specific situations here. It's coming to an end of the period of conflict between you and the soulmate connections, number 4. But it's still in the challenge of transforming this relationship. So how you gonna do it? Now, how you gonna do it? Because it's coming to quite a good period of abundance and happiness and kind of a wish fulfillment. Let's see the clarify the Five of Pentacles. because you decided to change everything and leave that fear of losing financial capacity. So let's see number 5. What is the solution? The Ace of Swords. So when you gain the clarity in your mind by using your intuitions here of which way to go or which action you want to take. Now I want to clarify that Two of Pentacles to see what is the way that you should go, or what is the message of how to do things, how to kind of like get through this tricky blockage of between the to helping someone out of the dark, to carry them or guide them with you to go through the portal together. So let's see the Two of Pentacles. How to unleash the death. Seven of Swords. Well, they say, be careful. It was a trap. It was the from the dark side. That was the trap. So don't fall for it. That's what they say. It's still not the real connection. It looks like that, but it's something about it very kind of like not in for a good intention. So this is kind of a bad intention. So you have, because you want to gain the clarity about the connections. When things start to change, you will see it more. So they advise you to just to leave it for now. Now, because the Ten of Pentacles here is indicate that if you want to leave the Five of Pentacles, to move forward to the Ten of Pentacles, you need to give yourself time and the judgment of thoughts to yourself. In another word, you have to just think fairly for yourself, not for other people. Only by that you will gain the clarity that allows you to reach to where you want, with the abundance that you want, with it's like the hidden treasure waiting for you. So you have to get through this connection. So it looks like this connection is a test rather than the real things, because this person appears like someone is needing help, genuine, having a lot of things to offer, especially that when it comes to the heart, but I don't see it the case here, so please be careful. With the Queen of Wands, you have the Nine of Pentacles. There's someone heading toward you, so you must have met someone recently who quite handsome, quite comfortably financed. Someone, you know, like it's like the feelings of reliable personality, someone like that, but you don't know, right? So you only met this person recently. Now with the Queen of Cups, we have the Emperor. You feeling like it's you have to protect yourself. It's not the time to get distracted with the Emperor. So you feel like it's actually not you feel. Spirits ask you to be more disciplined, especially when it comes to emotion, when you want to offer someone something. You don't want to make that mistake again and again. So they ask you to be more strict to yourself and other people when it comes to sentiment, love, emotion. I also see that person's, who the Nine of Pentacles here, that person is kind of like, I've got the feeling of, let me clarify this to see if I'm right. I have the feeling this person is not gonna offer you anything. That's why they advise you to be an emperor, to show them your strength, your power, your discipline. Because they kind of like playing a smart move at the moment. It doesn't say that they are bad or good. It's just saying that they're not gonna, offer you anything. So I have the feeling it's another test from the universe to see if you really, really know how to embrace your experiences and all the lessons you learned and apply it into reality. So if this reading for me is is about challenges, test from the universe to see if you really learn something, if you're ready to move ahead or move forward. Let's clarify the Nine of Pentacles to see what he is up to, what this person is up to. Three of Cups, well, they want to party, they want to have fun. Page, Father of Cups is King of Cups. They're quite interested in you, emotionally speaking. But remember, the King of Cups is someone not taking action either. Let's see another card. What we have. I hope spirits give us some message about this person. With the Six of Wands. I have the feeling that this person gonna make some moves, but it's kind of like on the making. So finally, it will give you some victories, feeling of dating or something like that, connection with people. But right now, this person not making a move, so you don't make a move either. You have to play the game of the Emperor, because that is the spirit advice. You just need to stay there, enjoy your plan and doing whatever you want to do. You don't have to cooperate yet, because it's not advice yet. Okay, and the last one is the Ten of Wands. Let's see. Six of Swords. No wonder. So, yes, you are right. You are on the right track, that moving forward. And don't giving people in a past just because for a weak moment, like an ex or anything, any proper, words or promises, or like, because if you do it and you cannot keep your promise, that is really, really bad, right? We don't want to do it. It advises you clearly. Everything happens right now is a test to see if you really learned it, or else you will be slowing down the process of whatever you are pursuing at the moment. So please take my advice. And before I close the reading, I will pull 3 cards for advices to see what is the advice for us, Sagittarius. Okay, so the advice is gonna be, that's what I'm talking about. 3 of Swords, to see if you're aware of that. Queen of Wands, that is your energies, and the Hierophant. The advice is how you embraces, how you embrace all the pains, all the griefs, the lessons you learn, how you recognize what you have learned is to serve you to become a full version of yourself when you align every day more and more with your higher self. That is when you meet the whole versions of yourself and you become the Queen of Wands. And the Hierophant is they asking you to use your wisdom to allow changes to come in. The wisdom here is your intuitions, the guide, the people that trying to help you to get through this. Unlock your mind power, become yourself, take back your power, start to shine that vibe from you. Remember, at one time you were the king and the queen, everyone wanted you, and then because you forgot yourself, because you abandoned yourself for other people to compromise to their profits, that's why you lost that power. And now they ask you to use it once again, and then you were heading toward the bright future that you were looking for. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for being here and supporting me. Donation button can be found in the description box. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe to help it grow, and I will see you next one. Thank you and bye bye.